News vibe. Survivors recall the tragic sinking of the Sea Story in the Red Sea. The Sea Story, a dive boat, set off from Port G on November 24th, heading toward the Satir dive site. What started as a routine trip turned into a nightmare when the vessel suddenly capsized around 3 a.m. Survivors recall a sharp tilt before the boat flipped entirely, plunging them into darkness. Panic ensued as passengers scrambled to escape, disoriented by the sudden inversion of their surroundings. Many struggled to find life jackets while others fought against rising water. Some, like Sarah and Isra, managed to climb their way to the emergency exit, navigating through a maze of overturned furniture and collapsing structures. Meanwhile, Luciana and several others found themselves trapped in an air pocket within the fuel tank area, unable to escape as water filled the corridors. In the chaos, those who managed to jump into the sea battled strong currents, exhaustion, and fear. Survivors described the terrifying moment of separation as they were swept away in different directions, some without life jackets. A few reached the life rafts, only to find that essential supplies, including water, food, and functioning emergency equipment, were missing. Meanwhile, Luciana and her group spent a horrifying 35 hours trapped inside the sunken boat, clinging to life with no communication from the outside world. The arrival of a rescue helicopter after 8 hours gave them a glimmer of hope, but it would take another 27 hours before they were finally saved. By then, the psychological toll had already set in, leaving them in shock and disbelief. They left the boat and returned to land with their families and friends. Egyptian authorities initially blamed the tragedy on a massive wave, but survivor testimonies and expert analysis suggest otherwise. The relatively calm sea conditions at the time contradict the claim that rough waves caused the capsizing, raising concerns about potential design flaws or human error. Efforts to reach the boat's operators and the Egyptian government for answers have gone unanswered. While some survivors feel lucky to be alive, many are haunted by the loss of friends and loved ones. I was ready to die, Luciana admitted. Now I just want the families of those who didn't make it to have the answers they deserve.